Hi everyone. So for our math activity this week, we are going to look at a game called Add Battle. And this is a game which practices our single-digit addition skills, or for older players, our multiplication skills, but it also can be adapted for younger players as well when we're just working on our number recognition and ideas of more or less. So let's start with the easiest version. So in this game, we're just going to be using a regular pack of cards. But what you're going to do is you're going to take out all of the face cards. So all those cards with the characters on them, aces, all that, we do not need those. So those are going to go away. So the rest of our cards, so all we have now left is the number cards. So you can shuffle those before you start. And I'm going to look at Mr. Fisher's mad shuffling skills. There we go. And then what you're going to do is you're going to deal out the entire deck to you and your partner. You can actually even play this with more than two people. You can play this with three people. You can even play this with four people. So you're going to deal out the whole deck. And I'm going to do this a little bit faster because I'm sure people don't want to watch me deal cards all day. Here we go. Okay. Ooh, that goes to you. All right, now you're not going to look at your cards. You're just going to hold them face down. So let's look at the easiest version. So this is for students who are just working on recognizing numerals, knowing the names of numerals, and knowing whether they are more or less, greater than or less than another numeral. This is a great version. So what we're going to do is on the count of three, you and the person you're playing with are each going to flip over a card. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to look at whose card is greater. So I see my partner got a 9 and I got a 2. 9 is greater than 2. So that means my partner is going to take both of those cards and is going to put them on the bottom of their deck. And then we would play again. We'd go, ready? 1, 2, 3. Now, this time I have a 9 and they have a 5. 9 is greater than 5. So that means that I win that hand and that goes on my bottom. So, and that game just goes back and forth until somebody loses all their cards and then the other player is the winner. Now, let's look at if we want to use this for actual addition. So in this case, we're going to flip over 2 cards. Watch as we do this together. Ready? So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And now what we're doing is we're looking at what is the sum of your 2 cards. So I see my opponent has a 2 plus 3. That equals 5. And I have 7 plus 5. Which equals 12. 12 is greater than 5, so that means all of those cards then go to me. Now, if you are not sure, so when you're playing and if you're looking at your cards and you're not sure what the sum is, let's think about what are those addition strategies that we know. So we could say, oh, I'm going to use my counting on strategy, so I could start on 7 and then count up 5 more. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I could use, if I have a number line with me, I could use my number line to do jumps, right? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Or if I have some 10 frames and counters, I can use 10 frames and counters to count up how much 7 plus 5 is. So use the strategy that works for you. So these cards are going to go to me. Now, if you want to take this addition even further, we can put down 3 cards instead of 2. Let's do it together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Oop, that didn't belong. I forgot to get that one out of there. 2. Oh, another one. What's going on? Duh! Jeez, I really did not do a good job of taking out my face cards. 2. There we go. 3. Okay, so let's look at what my opponent got. My opponent got, well, let's think, and this is a great strategy, is we want an easy way to do addition is to try and find those 10. So build to 10. So I know that 4 plus 3 is 7. And I know that 7 plus 3, because I know my sums to 10, 7 plus 3 is 10. So my opponent has 10. Now, oh, I see another thing that builds 10. 6 and 4 builds 10. So now I'm doing 10 plus 10, and 10 plus 10 is 20. So I got 20, and my opponent got 10. 20 is greater than 10, so that means I win those cards. I think my opponent is getting a much smaller pile than me. Now, so that's all the ways of playing that with addition. Now, if you're ready for multiplication, then we go back to playing just 2 cards, except instead of adding them together, we're going to multiply them together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. So my opponent is multiplying 4 times 7, okay? And I am multiplying 6 times 7. So 4 times 7, and again, think about what strategy are you using for multiplication, okay? So 4 times 7 is 28, and 6 times 7 is 42. 42 is greater than 28, so I would take all those cards. And that is how you play Add Battle. Now, one question is, what happens in the case of a tie? Can you flip over just one card, please? Okay, now let's just see. I have it. There we go. So let's say we both play a 5, or let's say we both have a sum that is 5, and we are tied. All that means is that we would just leave those cards there and then play on them again with our next card. 1, 2, 3, go. So whoever wins in that next one, that's who then would take all those cards. So you could have some really big wins in this game, which makes it very exciting. All right, well, that's the end of our video for Add Battle. And I can't wait for you to have fun with this game. And then if you want to talk to your teacher about how it went for you and what strategies you used when you were playing the game, I'm sure they can't wait to hear it. Bye for now.